And who's hiding discoveries right now among modern scientists? Maybe it's you. Thanks for joining me in the archive of hidden facts. Subscribe, hit the bell, and drop a comment on whose secret to uncover next. Because every truth has its shadow. See you in the next secret. Imagine this. You make a brilliant discovery, but hide it even from yourself. Sounds like paranoia? Nope. This was real life for some scientists. They published their ideas under pseudonyms or through friends because the scientific world back then was, let's say, stubbornly conservative. New idea? No thanks. We'd rather die with the old one. Their discoveries changed the world, but authorship stayed in the shadows, just to avoid ridicule or exile. Today we're uncovering those cases, when geniuses literally stole their own breakthroughs so they'd finally be heard. Ready to dive into this clever game of minds? Then turn up the volume material. And don't blink. You might miss the big secret. Nikola Tesla, the genius everyone knows, but few realize how much he hid, even from himself. He published ideas under pseudonyms because his competitors weren't just greedy, they were sharks. Wireless energy? Total fantasy, they said. Meanwhile, Tesla had already built it. He was right to be paranoid. Theft was real. So he signed letters, Mr. Buck, X. Seriously, like a comic book superhero, right? Scientists scratched their heads. Who is this genius? And it was him, Tesla, behind the mask. His ideas were decades ahead. Radio, remote control, even something like Wi-Fi in the early 1900s. But the scientific community was so open to new things, as long as it didn't rock their world. Patents went to others. Tesla faded into the shadows. In Colorado Springs, he transmitted power without wires. Wardenclyffe Tower could have lit up the planet, but funding mysteriously dried up. Convenient, huh? Even Edison knew the value of secrets. Tesla's ideas sometimes became someone else's. Professor Zeta, another alias. Scientists hunted for the author, found only traces. John Pierce at Bell Labs turned Tesla's ideas into reality, but never mentioned Mr. X. Coincidence? I don't think so. Tesla stopped publishing openly, even burned some manuscripts. His diaries still aren't fully released. What's in there? The next big breakthrough? He died forgotten, but his pseudonyms lived on, quietly changing the world. That's the clever game geniuses play. Who's next? Science was always full of men, but women were there too. They just weren't taken seriously. A woman genius? Come on! That's what they scoffed. So these brilliant ladies used male names or initials and published breakthroughs as men. Their genius got stolen from themselves. Ironic, right? Everyone knows Marie Curie, but her first papers? Signed Michael Sklodowsky. Because Marie sounded too feminine for a genius. The world wasn't ready for a woman with radioactive test tubes. Rosalind Franklin took the famous photo 51 inches, the key to DNA. Her male colleagues just slapped their names on it. Nobel went to them. She stayed in the shadows. Classic. Ada Lovelace invented the first computer algorithm, but most people barely know her name while the guys got all the credit. They wrote as A.B. Smith or Professor X, works cited as male. Truth lived in diaries, not history. They hid behind masks to be heard. You can't hide genius, but it's easy to credit the right gender. Today the masks are falling. Truth is coming out. But how many are still in the shadows? How many locked diaries? What's inside? The next breakthrough. Women in science were first, but ended up last in the textbooks. Time to fix that. Who's next? In the 21st century, science turned into big business. Ideas get patented faster than published, and some scientists hide their breakthroughs not from rivals, but from their own bosses. Thanks, but this is ours now. That's corporate love for you. Google, Tesla, SpaceX, they know the price of secrets. Their scientists publish under pseudonyms so ideas don't slip away into someone else's pocket. Meet Dr. X from Silicon Valley, changing AI, but no one knows his face. Or Professor Q in 2019 anonymously dropped a quantum computing breakthrough. MIT, Harvard, Stanford were tearing their hair out trying to find him, and poof, he vanished. His next work popped up on the dark web. Crypto, blockchain, neuromorphic chips, all from one person. Or a team? Who knows? In 2022, he predicted the chip crisis, a year early. Journals rejected his papers, so he started his own print run. 100 copies. Google bought one for 50 grand. But the author? Still a ghost. Now anonymity is all the rage in science. Dr. Alpha, Professor Beta, Researcher Gamma, their discoveries are years ahead, but names stay secret. In 2023, an anonymous genius launched an AI that predicted diseases and wiped it a week later. Not the time for truth, he wrote. Last message, Q will return, and silence. In the age of open source, the biggest secrets hide behind pseudonyms. Who's the next X? But don't think pseudonyms are just a modern trick. In the 1800s, geniuses vanished without a trace, and their diaries are still gathering dust in some archive somewhere. Take Gregor Mendel, the father of genetics, a monk with his pea plants. His work got forgotten for 35 years. Why? His ideas were too spot on. The world just wasn't ready for that kind of truth. Ironic, huh? Charles Darwin sat on the Origin of Species for 20 years, waiting until another scientist beat him to it. Then he published, under the pseudonym Author Unknown. Classic move. I wrote this, but kinda not me. In the 1920s, an anonymous inventor created television, but the name's lost in the archives. And in the 1950s, Dr. Zeta predicted the internet. The paper sat in a drawer for 40 years. When they found it, too late. The idea already existed. Convenient, right? In 1895, Mr. FF described nuclear energy. The world missed the warning. In 1903, a woman predicted GPS. Her work collected dust until the 70s, when they rediscovered it. But the name? Still missing. These geniuses stole their own discoveries to give the world time to catch up. Their sacrifices became our future. Every archive hides a forgotten genius. Every diary holds the next breakthrough. And who's hiding discoveries right now among modern scientists? Maybe it's you. Thanks for joining me in the archive of hidden facts. Subscribe, hit the bell, and drop a comment on whose secret to uncover next. Because every truth has its shadow. See you in the next secret.